For us to emerge from isolation, we must stop being afraid of isolation itself. As women, because for me, as a young woman, Ramatu, it prevents me from saying no. The first time I said no was to my aunt when he had wanted to send me to an early marriage, an arranged relationship, which should have led me to drop out from school, which should have led me to produce now more than 3 or 5 babies without being the feminist who I've become today. And as a result of that, I was totally isolated. I was disowned. But for me, because I knew that if we really want to emerge from isolation, I chose the path of being fearless. So like when I remember how it was for me to take that bold step, and I watched deeply in the eyes of my aunt and I said no. She asked me repeatedly, Ramatu, are you not even afraid to be disowned or to be isolated from the family? I said, yes, I am not afraid because I know who I am and I've identified at an early age who really I want to become in life. So saying no to my aunt for me was a stepping stone to achieving my great potential. And the second time I said no, and was to my boss. And when my boss asked me for sex, for a relationship, I said no. To me, I knew that I was gonna sack, but I decided to say no because what he asked me did not match to what I want. And just giving up to things that I did not stand for is not part of my values. So like saying no to him as well made me to be redundant. So after being redundant, I step up. To me, failure is nothing bad because I'll fail, and I stand up again. Then I'll win. So I chosen the path of being isolated because I really needed what I want. Because in life, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. So to me, I stood for something and I'm still standing for something. So saying no to these two people made me suffer a lot, but I know as well who I've become and the path I have chosen. And I carried on saying no to men who asked me to give birth for them, who asked me to give them children, because they'll not want to support me and their support goes in vain. So like they think supporting me, they want something in return, which is by giving them kids. And it wasn't really easy for me to say no to them, but I had to say no because I've said no to two people, and in the end, I succeeded. Though like I had hurdles, I faced tough things, but like I realized that I'm really reaching the point wherein I'll achieve my full potentials. So like I also had to say no to this man, and then I had to go hungry. And what it feels like for me to be hungry is, and this of my stomach, it will be flat and it aches a lot. It aches a lot. And I'll sick as well. I'll be weak. But like, because I have that strong conviction in me, and I realized that I'll make it up, I had to bear all the pains of being hungry. It was really, really tough. Even like eating the rice, you eat it maybe with butter and pepper, the satisfaction is little because it's not that much good. So being hungry, it's really, really tough. Sometimes I cry. And when I remember those days, wherein my parents can't even afford to feed me, and the only option I had was to go into relationships of men who are not even of my age, men who might be in peer groups with my parents. But I still chose to say no to them because I really want to become who I am today. So like being hungry for me those days was a sad thing. Sometimes I go for a day without food. I have this thing called gai. I'll buy gai, and it is white in color, and it is produced from cassava. So like they process gai here, they sell it. I'll buy gai, I buy sugar. Sometimes I'll cook dry rice without putting anything. Maybe I'll just put pepper because I needed my education. And I worked very hard. I had to sell yogurt, ice cream, just for me to get to the stage that I have become today. And seeing the eyes and the reactions of the people I said no to, my aunt, my boss, and the men who had wanted me to give birth for them. So like, they've been shocked, and they are always shocked because thinking that for them, it means help, lending help to me. And for me, a time wherein I really needed help, but I said no. So it's only now that I've become who really I wanted to become. They are now coming and congratulating me. And they are saying, we've understood why you took these decisions. And some are saying, you are a strong woman. They are even following my page on Facebook. Now, I'm an undergraduate student. I've just completed my bachelor's degree in community development studies. So imagine if I should have not said no to my aunt, who I should have become today. A baby, so you're having babies, a mother, and a dropout. But today, because I chose that path, and I was not afraid, I was fearless. Here I've become today. To me, you should not wait to go older, to start saying no. And you should not wait to identify who you are as a person at an older age. Identify who you are, who you want to become, what you want to do, your ambitions, your dreams at a very tender age. And for me, I identified who I am at an early stage. So that prompted me to say no to my aunt, because getting in an early marriage was not something I wanted. Getting kids for men was not something I wanted. So identifying who you are and who you want to become in life, knowing yourself as a woman or as a person is quite important, because if you don't stand for something at an early age, you will fall for anything that crosses your path. So you should not go old to say no. Start saying no at a tender age.